Hi, John from Diode Dynamics. Today we'll be showing you how to install our SS5 Windshield CrossLink Lightbar kit on this Jeep JK Wrangler. Let's get started. Our first step is to assemble our SS5s into a Lightbar using our CrossLink sections. Now you can assemble this in a straight or curved configuration. To see an in-depth video on how to assemble our CrossLink system, check the video in the description below. Once you have your Lightbar assembled, we can head to the front of the vehicle. We'll be taking our heavy-duty single output harness and connecting our positive and negative lead to the battery. Then we can take our relay and mount it up and out of the way from any hot or moving parts. Next, we'll take our switch and route it through the firewall into the cab to the location of your choice. Now we'll be routing our DT connector. We'll be removing two T30 Torx bolts from this panel so we can run our DT underneath, up the A-pillar, and to the roof. Once we have a good amount of our harness pulled through, we can take a piece of tape and stick our DT connector on the roof so it stays in place while we're mounting our bracket. Now we can grab a T40 Torx bit and remove the 6 bolts on this panel. Now we won't actually be removing this panel, so we want to keep a hand on it so it stays in place. With our 6 bolts removed, we can take our included rubber pads and align them with the holes on our trim panel. To make this easier, we'll be using a small piece of tape to hold them in place. With our rubber pads in place, we can go ahead and grab a friend to help us install the bracket. We'll be using one T40 Torx bolt that's included with the kit in the bottom hole on the front of the bracket. Then we can reuse 5 of the factory bolts in the remaining holes. We'll leave them just hand tight and secure them down all the way once the Lightbar is bolted on. With our bracket installed on the passenger side, we can repeat the same steps and install the other bracket on the driver's side of the vehicle. Once we've installed both brackets, we're going to have our friend help mount the Lightbar to our brackets by using the supplied 10mm flange bolts. Once you have those just hand tight, you can make adjustments to set your desired angle for your Lightbar. When you're done with that, you can go ahead and tighten down those flange bolts and then grab a 5mm Allen and tighten down the 2 end mounts. Next, we'll have our friend pull outward on the Lightbar to create tension, so we can install 2 bump stops using a 13mm wrench and a 13mm socket. Now that we have our Lightbar mounted, we can tighten down our T40 Torx bolts on both brackets. Now we can hook up all of our DT connectors into the back of our SS5s. With everything hooked up, you can now secure any excess wiring however you see fit, remove any tape from the installation, and then reinstall our 2 T30 Torx bolts on this panel. Not only is the SS5 the highest intensity 5-inch LED pod in the market, but by linking 8 combo optics together, you're giving yourself an absolutely insane increase in output downrange and directly in front of the vehicle while off-roading. Along with that output, you'll also get a backlight with 8 selectable color options. These were completely designed, tested, and assembled right here in St. Louis, Missouri with durability in mind, including our single-piece CNC aluminum CrossLink brackets. If you're looking for an SS5 CrossLink Lightbar kit for your vehicle or any of our other products, visit our website at diodedynamics.com or use our dealer locator tool to find a dealer near you. And if you want to stay up to date on any new or future products, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. Thanks for watching.